Very good. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime of which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you are given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of release that will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the public defender's office for you. You're also entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't had the opportunity to get that phone call yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward to the podium. Christina Exposito. Hi, Christina. Can I have your date of birth?
8/6/51.
You were here today for possession of drug paraphernalia. Your bond amount is currently $1,000. State, what's her record like?
Set up a bed check in 04 with a VOP and a dropped battery and
We'll just do a time served on her? Okay, would you like to take care of your case today and get out of jail today?
Yes.
Okay, do you understand that by taking a plea on this case today, that you are giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
Giving up your right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes.
Okay, with regard to this drug paraphernalia charge, you can plead no contest. If you plead no contest, it means you just can't contest the evidence against you, and you're doing a plea in your own best interest. Would you like to plead no contest?
Yes.
Okay. I'll accept your plea of no contest. I'll find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I'll give you an adjudication of guilt for 2 days in the Hernando County Jail. Give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. Now, you will have fines and court costs that you need to pay, plus the cost for the 2 days that you did in jail. You just need to come down to the clerk of court when you can and make payment arrangements for those things, okay? And you're releasable on this charge now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jillian Johnson.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Can I have your date of birth?
I'm sorry?
Date of birth?
13/74.
All right. You are here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner on September 18th. So there's probable cause for your arrest. He wants you held no bond until you appear back in front of him on October 25th at 8:30 in the morning. Would you like the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, please.
Very good. Someone will reach out to you soon, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. David Bliss. Can I have your date of birth?
8/19/1984.
You are here today for a violation of probation. It looks like it's out of Citrus County. So we're going to hold you no bond until we get you up to Citrus County. It should only take a few days. When you get to Citrus County, you can ask for a court date. You can ask for a lawyer. And then you can ask for your bond to be reduced if you'd like. Would you like me to appoint the public defender's office for you now? So hopefully they can be ready for you when you get to Citrus.
I guess done now, ma'am.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that, and we're going to hold you no bond until Citrus picks you up, okay? Lewis King. Your date of birth?
8/10/1987.
You are here today for 2 counts of grand theft and a count of dealing in stolen property and defrauding a pawnbroker. It's 4 counts altogether with bond amounts currently at $2,000 each. Now, you're already in custody on other charges, is that correct?
I couldn't hear
Sure,
you.
okay. That's okay. All right, these are based on warrants signed by Judge Toner back in July
Did you have a PC in here? Just I got two.
There's more than one case.
Yeah, I got, well, I have
All right,
three.
there's also,
I have
so there's
two.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6 counts altogether.
I have,
Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
you have
Yes,
the
ma'am.
third one?
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office on all
Thanks.
3 cases. Do you, state what about a prior record?
Prior record. Well, okay, it's multiple states. And I wanted the jail to hear some of this too, because between Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Texas, and Maryland, he seems to have warrants out or has been indicted. He's got a pending indictment in Jersey, I believe, or Texas, for domestic assault. That's recent. He also was wanted out of Delaware. There's a VOP pending for a while. Pennsylvania record, he just had some DUIs and drugs in Pennsylvania. They have notations.
That's not me.
Okay, then that must be Mr. Silver. All right, well then, I apologize if that wasn't Mr. King, because
Yeah, that's not mine.
Okay. Mr. King, I
Sorry
have an
about
address
that.
for you on Gotham Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
I used to, yeah.
You don't live there anymore?
I moved back in with my family.
Okay, is that the Marsh Run address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
I've been back there, we've been there a total of 4 years. I've been back in almost 6 months.
All right. And do you have a job?
I do, as of right now, yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I work for a subcontractor for the tire company.
it's not the first time I got them back.
It's the same.
This case is on the same, we're going to see you back in court on October 25th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? All right, thank you.
Sorry about that. Was 25th, Donna?
That was the 25th. All right, we have Jeremy Knipp.
So I sent it off to the side.
Can I have your date of birth?
3/12/73.
All right, you are here today for a violation of probation. It looks like it's out of Pinellas County. So we're going to hold you no bond until we get you to Pinellas, okay?
Your Honor, I came here from Pinellas and I was unsupervised RR'd for violation for these warrants. I'm already been RR'd for the violations for these 2 warrants up here.
Okay, I don't.
I tried to bond out yesterday and
When were you claiming you were ROR'd? When was that?
the day that Hernando County came and picked me up.
You don't know what day
I
that was?
hold. It was about 2 weeks ago, maybe. It wasn't in court records, and then it came out of court records. To start it, last night I looked it up in the computer and said he could see it, but it just wasn't in the court records for some reason. They couldn't call Pinellas County because it was like 1 a.m. in the morning. When I was bonding out, I'm already out supervised from Judge Lake, Pinellas County, on that charge.
Okay, jail, are you showing anything like that?
Well, if I
Are you
may,
showing it's a misdemeanor probation? Go ahead.
Yeah, Ms. Rippe.
I'm just showing it was a PC arrest.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's what I was going to suggest. Also, based on the probable cause affidavit, it looks like he was arrested for a new criminal offense 2 days ago for criminal mischief and grand theft in Hernando County warrant, which
Well,
probably triggered the
I'm showing it was 9/17.
which was today.
Today's the
What
26th.
Oh,
So was
you
the
watched it
ROR
wrong.
after that? Is that what I'm trying to figure out?
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead, sir.
what happened was my the sergeant here last night explained to me that my probation officer didn't know that I was in Pinellas County Jail against communications, and the judge RR'd supervised me, and I came up here, and then my probation officer after the fact put a violation of probation in, not realizing that I'd already been to court in that county for it. It was just the uncommunication. I could have bonded out Pinellas County for these 2 warrants, but I just didn't have the money, so that's why I came prepared.
Could we request 24 hours to investigate that?
Yeah, we'll look into it, okay? We're gonna hold you on this for tonight. We'll see you back tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and we'll see where we are then, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
I'll look at some records and see what I can find out.
Tomorrow's the 27th. Roy Silver. Have your date of birth.
8/25/81.
All right, you're here today for retail theft, and there's also a failure to appear on a no valid driver's license and a no vehicle registration. That was from September 17th in front of Judge Hitzman. There's probable cause for your arrest on both of these.
This is the one I was talking about before,
Do
sorry.
you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, Your Honor. I tried to schedule, when for my driver's license and the car, I went to court, but it was due to the hurricane. They postponed it, and there was no judges there. So I, tried to reschedule, but they told me I had to come in, and I posted a bond and everything for that.
Okay.
And now the car is legal and everything, and I didn't know what to do.
So we're going to get you back in front of Judge Hitzman on October 18th at 9 a.m. And you can talk to him about what to do on that case. In the meanwhile, we have this petty theft.
Yes, ma'am.
There's no way I can handle that today, Your Honor?
He's either, it's Tennessee, their whole week.
Okay, we'll change it to me. Well, so my problem is that while these cases were pending, and you said you had already bonded out on those, so while those cases were pending, you went out and committed another crime last night of petty theft. There's probable cause to believe that. So I'm going to recommit you on the 2019 CT 2273. I'm going to hold you without bond on that case until you appear back in front of Judge Hitzman on October 8th. With regard to this petty theft, you are entitled to a bond on that case. I'll give you a bond of $1,000, and we'll also do that case on October 8th. I've appointed the public defender in your cases, and someone from the public defender's office will be out to see you soon, okay?
Judge,
Okay, but you're holding me on the other one, so I can't bond out of here, correct?
Judge, the PC on that looks like it indicates that the arrest last night on the new petty theft was a warrant arrest.
Yes, I understand. And the warrant was, I have the warrant here.
I don't know if it was the 25th or
I'm
not.
looking at it right now. It was August 19th. So I think I looked into it before. I think the bond, you bonded out on the no valid driver's license and the no motor vehicle registration, so I'm not for that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anthony Zattering. Have your date of birth.
04/25/2000.
You're here today for 7 charges. We have a trafficking in drugs, a possession of controlled substance, sale of crack cocaine, possession of crack cocaine, possession of a place for the purpose of sale or trafficking or manufacturing of controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia, and money laundering. So I found probable cause for your arrest on all of those. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State?
Mr. Zatterain is out on a PTI and a felony 19C up 909. We'd have to be able to commit it on that.
Maria, I forgot that court date you gave me.
It is 15.
10/15?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All All right, it looks like you have a pretrial intervention contract pending right now. And that was in front of Judge Toner, is that right?
Merritt.
Merritt. Okay, so is that still 8:30 in the morning?
Judge Merritt on 9.
So what we're going to do is recommit you on that case right now until you appear in front of Judge Merritt on October 15th. He'll look at both of your cases at that time. Someone from the Public Defender's Office will be out to talk to you soon about that, okay? With these new charges, so you're going to be RCO'd on the PTI case. With these new charges, you're entitled to bond, but I'm going to keep all the bonds the same. And perhaps Judge Merritt will change those bond amounts when you appear back in front of him on October 15th, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
So what's my bond then, man?
Right now, you cannot bond out. I'm revoking your bond on that PTI case, so you're not able to bond out.
Okay.
But on this case, it's about $51,000. Okay?
And then it's the 15th?
And your court date is the 15th. That's correct.
Okay.
Thank you. Demetrius Henley.
No.
Can I have your date of birth?
10/31/86.
You are here today for lewd and lascivious conduct on a child, lewd and lascivious exhibition, aggravated assault, and 3 counts of battery. I found probable cause for your arrest on all of these things. Right now, your bond amount is, it looks like $17,000.
But now, Miss Ruby did say that they was gonna fix all of this because that's not that happened. I just talked to the investigator and he came and talked to me. So I'm trying to figure because they didn't let me read my affidavit because I don't know what's wrong.
Okay. All right, listen. Do you want a lawyer to represent you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll appoint a lawyer to represent you, and you need to sit down with your lawyer and go over all of this information, okay? In the meantime, you need to go over all of this information with your lawyer. There's nothing I can do with your information today. We're not here for a hearing. Okay, listen, don't say anything about the facts of your case, okay? Don't say anything. I need to order this. Listen, just listen to me. Listen. Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Miranda Hancock Brown. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Don't have any contact with the 2 children whose initials are DH and RA. Don't have any contact with them. Do not go to their house. Don't go within 500 feet of where they live or go to school or even their vehicle, okay? Do not text message anybody or anything like that, okay? Do you understand that part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have no contact. Hold on one second, Steve.
Okay.
It goes back 20 years, failure to appear, battery, thefts, violations of probation, grand theft, battery Leo, resisting without, drugs, traffic, false names, forged instruments, flee to elude, resisting with, no driver's license, multiple states, false ID to law. He's been a fugitive, violations. And some of these are multiplied by 10, false names, failure appears. There's a bunch of frauds within the last 5 years. There's at least 10 convictions. Most importantly, there's an indecent exposure within the last year of sexual organs, assault cases, criminal mischiefs, and those are just within the last year. So, and it's our position based on the fact that he's got convictions for sex-based offenses, fleeing to elude, failures to appear, that he is definitely in flight risk. He has ties to other states, including Georgia and Texas. We'd ask that his bond at least be tripled to $51,000.
That's what it is.
No, it's 17, I thought.
Sir, how long have you lived on Anderson Road in Brooksville?
Like 2 weeks now.
2 weeks? Okay.
Like 2 months.
Okay, don't speak so close to the microphone. I can't understand anything you're saying. Back away a little bit. Back
2
away.
years.
10 years?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am, I received disability.
Okay. Disability, I mean, you don't have to tell me, but do you want to tell me what you received disability for?
ADHD.
Okay.
I'm looking over, he said 10 years, I'm looking at some of these offenses. Some of them are Hernando, there's stuff in Volusia, it's not only Hernando.
Yeah. I mean, have you lived in Volusia County?
No, like a long time ago, like in 2001 or 2.
Okay.
He was in prison multiple times.
Okay, back up from the microphone. I can't understand what you're saying. Back up.
I've been here the longest.
Okay. Have you been to the Department of Corrections before?
Yes, ma'am, when I was 17.
Okay. And have you ever been found incompetent before?
Yes, ma'am.
When was that?
When I was 17, going to when I first went to prison.
Doesn't make sense. Okay. I'm going to put you to the public defender. They're going to look into these things, okay? You need to sit down and talk with them about these issues that you brought up for me today. In the meantime, I'm going to keep the bond at the $17,000, but if you do bond out, you're going to have a GPS monitor placed on your person, okay? So we know where you are, and we make sure that we can keep you away from any children for the time being. That GPS monitor will ensure you don't go to any places. You need to listen to me. We need to make sure that you don't go to any places where children congregate, so you can't go near to any schools or parks or anything like that. You cannot leave Hernando County or the state of Florida without permission from the court, okay? And you need to pay for the cost associated with that GPS monitor, okay? And we have a court date for you on October 25th at 8:30 in the morning. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just needed to GPS.